The City of Regina is looking to highlight the Indigenous community as part of its Canada 150 celebrations. It's launching a 150 Stories oral history project. Everything from personal reflections to traditional knowledge will be included in an online virtual exhibit. Dana Turgeon is Historical Information and Preservation Supervisor for the city, and she joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us about this project. What exactly are you trying to do here?
Well, we were lucky enough to get a grant from the Saskatchewan Council for Archives and Archivists, and this is courtesy of the Saskatchewan Lotteries Trust Fund through SaskCulture.
So the money's already there, which is good news given what we're talking about with city budget cuts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've got enough to hire a student for the summer, and they're going to be gathering Indigenous stories from the community, Regina and the surrounding area. So we're really excited about this. It's part of the city's Truth and Reconciliation calls to action movements that we're involved with. And so we're really hoping that we're going to get lots of participation.
And so what kinds of stories? Tell us more about the kind. Is it wide open? What kinds of stories are you looking for?
We want to leave it fairly wide open. We want people to be able to come to us and talk to us about what they want. But we do want to focus on the role in the history of Regina and Canada of Indigenous peoples and their life prior to and since colonization, and what that means to be an Indigenous Canadian and to live in Regina, and what they think the future might hold for Regina and its Indigenous residents.
So first-person narratives, are you looking for photographs too?
We are. We're hoping to gather not only some oral recordings, but we're also hoping to gather a collection of items that people might have that they're willing to share, so photographs and documents and objects that we can film. We don't want to take anything away from anyone, so our goal here is to copy and then give the archives back to the people who own them.
What about actual artifacts, though?
Yeah, even objects. We can take photographs of them and document them and then put them on our timeline, which is where the project will ultimately wind up.
And what will it look like at the end? How will it be presented?
We have a virtual archives, and it has a timeline function. So our goal is to gather those stories and kind of set them in a time frame from the current time going back as far as we can, if it's traditional stories or that kind of thing. And then you'll be able to just click on the item. A voice clip will come up, or a film clip, or a photograph, and you can look at that object or look at that photo or listen to that clip and hear all about it.
You don't have any yet?
We don't have any yet. Our first step is to hire the students. So we still have our job posting for that at regina.ca.
Yeah. What a great job for a student.
Yeah. It's right now it's 204 hours. We're hoping to expand that because we've applied for a second grant from the federal government. So hopefully we'll hear about that and we can expand it a little bit longer.
Yeah. And you said it's coming from TRC, but tell me more about why it's important for the city to have a project like this.
The city is very committed to following through with the suggestions on, or the calls to action on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And they're just in the starting process of how that's going to look and how it's going to shake out. Being that Canada 150 is this year, was a great opportunity to use that to find out something about how Indigenous people feel about that and how they're relating to that.
And the whole idea of 150 has been controversial within First Nations communities.
It very much has been, and we are aware of that. And I am hoping that people are going to share stories with us and that they are going to want to participate because, so much of their history is oral, and it's oral history. I mean, it's fabulous, but it's hard to share over long distances and a large groups of people. I think this would be a great educational tool to offer so that people have a chance to hear people's experiences. And we know that Canada goes back way farther than 150 years, and that this is, it's kind of an arbitrary date. But we do want to try and highlight that, and get as many stories as we can.
Yeah, and then once you've got them, that's a treasure that's not just here for the year of marking 150, it's there forever.
Exactly. It allows us to build that capacity.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Dana Turgeon is with, before you go, what if people want to submit a story? What should they do?
We have an email box, 150stories@regina.ca, and you can contact us and we will get in touch with you.
All right, and I will tweet that out to 150stories@regina.ca.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Dana. Dana Turgeon is with the City of Regina.